Hey, you know what? The snow does not keep you guys away. You're like, I don't care what storm, what nor'easter.
But it wasn't that bad, though, I thought.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, because my wife came out a couple days early to do a bunch of meetings, and they canceled all the meetings for the storm, and then 2 days later she was like, it's flurrying! Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah, so.
Hey, it's Thursday, March 16th, and Chris Hardwick is here today. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
We got to hobnob with each other.
We did.
Out in Hollywood with all the celebrities.
That was so. Yeah, we went to this fancy party for the Oscars, which it's one of those parties where you feel like someone's gonna. I feel like someone's gonna tap me on the shoulder and go, "Pardon me, I believe your invitation was mistaken," and then they lead you out in front of everyone and you're crying.
Every year. Yeah. That's my life every year.
But it was so surreal to be there with all of those people.
Famous people.
The most famous people in the world.
Oh, you don't even understand. It's so many famous people that you could flick a nickel. I don't know why I would flick a nickel. Flick a nickel and hit a very famous person in the face.
They're just like Elton John's like, why did Kelly Ripa hit me in the face with a nickel?
Right.
But it is, you see all those people, and I'm still not. I have a strong fanboy energy, so I'm trying to play it cool, but I'm never
no,
cool.
I have so many photos of. Well, they turn out to be selfies, but I'm constantly trying to get celebrities behind me, so I pretend I'm taking a selfie.
Oh, those are called stealthies.
Stealthies, yeah. But not the way I take them. They just wind up being selfies. Like, I have a full collection of pictures of me, my husband Mark, and our friend Bruce Bozzi, and it's the three of us. There are 30 pictures of the three of us, and I'm trying to get Leonardo DiCaprio behind us.
But they must know who you are, though.
I don't know. It's not a gamble I'm willing to take.
Yeah, I don't know. I did the same thing I was at a thing and George Lucas was there in the background. And of course, you know, he's someone whose work I enjoy probably too much.
Yeah.
And he was in the background and I tried to do this and I turned the phone off. Yeah. And I was like, damn it, and he turned around and I ran. But there's a picture of me failing the selfie that I put on Instagram.
Yeah, those are great selfies. Yeah, those are the most famous ones. So
you don't have any advice for how to get more comfortable in these types of situations?
No, I was going to ask you, because you seemed comfortable.
That was total lie. Because I never know, like, oh, do you acknowledge that you know who they are? Or
I do. I acknowledge everybody. I'm like, Mary J. Blige, big fan right here.
I try not to do that because I'm just worried they're going to be like, get out of my face. But then you don't want to pretend like you don't know.
I pretend that I know everybody, but only if they're, like, I don't walk over to approach anybody. It's only if we're passing each other. I'll say, oh, it's Jared Leto, an American treasure. I love you. Love your work. Big fan.
I never know if I feel like it's more. I feel like it's worse if I'm like, how do you pronounce that? Elton John? Oh, interesting. You know, like I never know what to say.
I saw you play the piano earlier.
You
should go
good.
pro.
You're going places. But I met your husband and we had never met before.
I know. I couldn't believe that.
He's so sweet.
He's a lovely guy. He said the same thing about you, by the way.
Did he ask about me?
He did. He likes you. He was excited that you were coming back to New York.
Yeah, man crush Thursdays.
Yeah. Well, because you don't understand. So Chris Hardwick is sort of like somebody that we watch, because Chris Hardwick played with toys his whole life, right? You still play with toys.
And there are some in the dressing room that I'm in right now.
He plays with action figures. He reads comic books. We have a son that does the same thing. So I was like, so you got married? You know what I mean?
I found it, yeah. I found someone who's interested, yeah.
And she plays with toys, too?
She plays with toys. We have pinball machines. We play pinball machines against each other.
Yeah.
I brought my Nintendo Switch is charging in the dressing room right now.
So it's like you give us hope. I'm like, our son will one day be able to play toys and meet somebody.
It's changed. When I was growing up, the people who were into that stuff, we were very ostracized by the rest of society.
Yeah, now it's considered cool.
Now it's considered, yeah, because it's all part of pop culture. It's all part of, I mean, like I was feeding our cat on the
what do you
guys
mean?
Cat people or dog people? I'm a dog I have to say, I'm a dog person. My wife is a cat person, so we have a cat.
Is that how it works in your house?
It's a step cat. I got a step cat.
Step cat, right.
I understand he's #1. Anubis is his name. He's an Egyptian Mao.
Oh. That's like a fancy cat, right?
He's like a fancy 30-pound ball of fur. Do you guys have the picture of him? There he is. Well, there he is. There's Anubis. That's what he does. That's it. His life is so good.
He lives in a tree?
He lives in a tree. He's got a cat tree.
That's amazing.
We have a little catio outside, a little cat patio.
Patio?
Yeah. And, but when we first started dating, it was clear that he was alpha because, I don't know if you guys have experienced before, the cat, for the first couple months we were dating, would throw up on my feet in the morning. I would wake up and hear, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what are you doing?
No.
Yeah, and he knew it because he was trying to dominate me, and he would like strut like, what are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do? Who's your god? Meow! And then it was just so uncomfortable.
How did you finally break through?
He realized that I was not going away, basically. He had to get used to me.
Wow. And so now you tolerate each other, or you're close?
No, he's cool-ish with me, but he's still, like, I get a side-eye from him when he's, like, rubbing up against my wife's legs.
Yeah.
Which sounds weird. Yeah, but in general, I feel like we've made
I want to
peace.
rub up against your wife's legs. Your wife's legs are everything.
They're amazing.
They're like, she's got all the legs for all the people.
She's amazing. She's amazing. And, you know, but somehow now we have this. Do you have pets?
We have a dog, Chewy. Yeah, Chewbacca.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course it's Chewbacca.
Yeah. So we got her. So this is the thing. We got Chewy from the pound, and there's something that happens when you get a dog out of a shelter. They love you in a way that I think. Oh, there's Chewy. That's my little baby. That's mommy's girl. With her, that's her summer haircut. I remember when the lady handed her to me, and she was like, she gave her a kiss, and she's like, because her name was Lola, and her daughter's name is Lola, so we changed her name to Chewbacca.
Right.
And so the lady goes, honey, you just hit the jackpot, and handed me the dog, because I was like, she just knew that we would spoil this dog so much.
Do you put, my mom is a dog spoiler, to the extent that I grew up jealous of the dog. Like, they would eat at the table with us, you know, like, do you put clothes on your dogs? Because my mom puts clothes on her dog.
She has her winter weight coat, like she has her storm jacket, and then she has her mid-weight sweater, but she doesn't...
dogs have a natural storm jacket called fur, right?
I know, but you know, she doesn't like to get wet, and she hates when it rains.
Sure.
And she's gotten very fancy since the days at the shelter. She's like, no, I can't go outside.
Thank you, mother.
Just pick me up and hold me outside over the tree, and I'll go there. I'm gonna get my...
Empty me by the fancy flowers.
I don't want to get me paws wet.
You know, you should not let your dog smoke. It's a very bad habit.
It is bad. It is bad. We're trying to get her off of cigarettes.
You got to get her to stop.
Yeah, we're trying to get her off
Get her a vape pen or something.
Yeah,
you got to get the dog off the cigarettes. It's a bad idea.
But anyway, the point is, she's so appreciative. Like, my girlfriend who bought a fancy dog, chews up all of her shoes.
Right.
And I'm always like, she goes, how do you get Chewy not to eat your shoes? And I said, she came from the shelter. She don't want to go back there. So we have an understanding.
But it is nice, and I would encourage anyone to rescue an animal.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, absolutely. I've worked with Best Friends Animal Society for...
Greatest thing you can do.
It's the greatest thing you can do. There are plenty of pets that need homes. So if you want one, go and get one that's already there.
Go get one today.
Yeah. One of the last times I was here, I talked about the honeymoon that I went to Japan.
Yes.
And then, did you...
Yeah, I saw this today, and can I tell you, you dawned on me when I saw this. You were the first person I thought of, followed by my son.
Because you know that this is a place that I would absolutely go. This is a hotel in Japan that is staffed by robots right here.
Better than robots,
right
robot dinosaurs.
There we go. Here's robot dinosaurs. So you show up, and then you're greeted by this a small little robot dinosaur.
That's a Hardwick honeymoon if ever there was one.
I think we're going to have to renew our vows and go back and have a second honeymoon. I'll be like, honey, can we go see the dinosaurs at the Japanese hotel? And
I mean,
she'll be there.
I started watching Japanese. Oh, my God, is your phone blowing up? People are like, you're on TV.
Yeah, they are, actually. Yeah, they are.
Happens.
And I left my phone. Like, I've never done television before. I don't know how to turn off a phone. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't care. But I was watching Japanese television last night on my news app. Like, it just sort of you know, these news apps, they follow what you view, and then they recommend things for you to watch.
Sure.
So I don't know what I've been watching, but it suddenly turned me on to all like Japanese programming.
Which is amazing. Like, if you're watching like a Japanese game show, you just hold on and wait till it's done. Like, there's...
I watched a woman at her cubicle, at her desk, make homemade ramen noodle bowl, complete with taking a Pepsi can out of the waste receptacle and turning it into a Bunsen burner by herself.
Yeah.
She made the noodles from scratch. I'm not quite sure where she got the beef from, but she cooked the beef she cooked at the desk. I was mesmerized because around here, if you like light a candle, the fire marshal comes in and says, we have a no open flame policy, as you know. And this girl is at her cubicle making ramen noodles. She also turned another Pepsi can into a grater, so she grated all of her vegetables.
Yeah, I know. It really honestly makes you feel like, oh, I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to do anything. Yeah.
I can't even order this if I tried right now.
I realize if there was an apocalypse, I would die within 60 seconds. Like, I have no skill sets with my hands.
You're not a mom, you don't have a mom purse. A mom purse, we could live for probably 3 to 4 months just out of what's in my purse.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I think Lydia has that too. Well, Lydia's keen on stuff. Like we got home the other night really late. Our fire alarm went off at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we couldn't figure out what was happening. And out of nowhere, she goes, check for spiders. I'm
That's
like,
exactly
what are you
right.
talking
I was just
about?
about to say check for
You know
spiders.
this?
Yes.
Is this some sort of an innate female knowledge that guys are not privy to?
Spiders go up into the fire alarm and they spin their web.
That's exactly what happened.
And it trips the alarm and you cannot get it to turn off.
Just to screw with us. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
Because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, blaring. She goes, it's probably a spider. We found the alarm. There was a spider up there.
You got to get one of those air things and blast the air in there to take the web down.
I was using my mouth. I was like,
It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough.
It was not strong enough. It was not strong enough.
No, we've had a lot of, we've had many occasions. This only happens when Mark goes out of town.
Of course.
Our alarms go off in the middle of the night. And it never goes off. The spider alarm never trips the alarm at noon on a Tuesday.
3 o'clock in the morning.
It's only at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. And your husband's out of town. That's when the alarm
Well, yeah, because if the spiders are like, these people are not arachnophobic, so let's annoy them as much as possible and get under their skin.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then the fire brigade shows up. And yes, I said brigade because my friends who are British once called me because they were staying at our house. And they said, the fire brigade is here and we don't know how to turn the alarm off. And I said, it's spiders. Tell them to check for spiders.
Yeah, they're just like to see a fireman come out and go, okay, we got it. Just a little spider dangling in his finger and you feel ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was so excited to come on this week because the guests that you have are amazing.
We saved them for you.
As part of this kind of interesting, this for you. This is like co-host Tinder is what you're playing. Basically.
I play co-host Tinder now.
Yeah.
It's fun. I swipe right all the time.
Oh, you use it?
Was swiping right.
Did you swipe right on Jerry O'Connell?
I always swipe. Who wouldn't swipe right on
He's so
Jerry?
dreamy. He's so dreamy. I love Jerry O'Connell.
Hey, Jessica Lange is here.
I know.
From the Feud.
I know, which is an amazing show I've been watching. That Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. Jackson is here from Grey's Anatomy. Jesse Williams. She's delightful. She's great.
And I know how much you like to work out.
I do.
So we're going to try the medicine ball workout with the Biggest Loser trainer, Jen, is it Widerstrom?
Widerstrom, yeah. Jen Widerstrom, yeah.
I mispronounced her name yesterday.
Widerstrom.
Yeah. And, oh my gosh, okay. You've done this before, right?
Oh, yeah. Remember the last time I was here, we shot these until they ran out?
Yeah, it was
Gelman
great.
was like, could you please wait until later? Yeah, exactly. But I feel like Gelman's in a turtleneck now, and he really wants us to black.
By the way, we can all agree that Gelman is definitely wearing his wife's sweater by accident. And, yes.
No, he's not. Gelman's wearing, this is from the Carl Sagan collection.
This is his adjunct professor.
He does, yeah.
He's teaching at Yale later on this afternoon.
And then afterwards, he's going to use this set and host Nova Science Now, PBS.
Definitely. We like it, Gelman. We're going to blast you.
Fantastic.
Okay, it's time for Winter Lip Sync Travel Trivia.
Is only a test.
Nothing much.
What are you doing in your photo? It looks like you got some beads around your neck.
Yes, we were down in New Orleans.
Cool.
Were you just for Mardi Gras now? You were down to New Orleans now?
No, that was last year.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome. I guess we should probably see what you're playing for because there's a fabulous prize that probably has your name on it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
see, the St. James's Club and Villas in Antigua. 7 days and 6 nights in a royal suite. What? Royalty. All inclusive. That means it includes all.
That about covers everything.
Everything.
Everything you possibly want. This is a value of like $8,200.
Yes.
You have, it's part of hotels.com. This has been provided by the trip for them. And you have about 20 seconds, and you only get one guess.
Yes.
Do you understand these rules as we have set them before you, Linda Harvey?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, excellent. Do I get to read this? Okay,
Yeah, that's
great.
you.
All right, Linda, let's see if you do, in fact, watch the Live with Kelly and whoever is sitting next to her show. Jason Silva appeared on yesterday's program. In what country did Jason say he was filming when he overheard someone listening to his video?
Israel.
Yes!
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the St. James's Club and Villas in Antigua. St. James's Club and Villas, Antigua, tucked away on a secluded 100-acre peninsula on the southeastern coast of Antigua. This all-inclusive hideaway offers breathtaking ocean views, 2 white sand beaches, 6 distinctive swimming pools, top-notch restaurants, complimentary water sports, and much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,200.
Linda, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a 5-year subscription to Netflix with a streaming device valued at more than $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 210.
102.
102, 102. That's what's right here. Nice job.
All right, we got a big show.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. On tomorrow's show, Bryan Cranston will be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From the new series Sun Records, Chad Michael Murray will be here as well.
Yeah.
It's big show tomorrow.
Now, she's a Tony Award winner and a 2-time Oscar winner and a 3-time Emmy winner. I mean, and the list just goes on and on. Please welcome the incomparable Jessica Lange. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
We are so happy to see you always.
And you too.
Now, you're a Minnesota girl, so this snowstorm to you must be like a big nothing, right?
Nothing.
This is
Nothing.
like a dusting.
No, I know, because they got so panicked because I wasn't in town and I had to be here for these couple days, and you know they were talking about a blizzard, and then I show up and well, this. Not exactly. I mean,
No.
a Minnesota blizzard.
No, right,
So, no.
right.
No, nine months. You go to Minnesota in the summer, you go, it's beautiful here. Why doesn't everyone live here? And then you realize 9 months of the year, it's
Well,
almost uninhabitable by
not
humans.
9, maybe not 9, but
she's used to it. She's used to
Not
it.
as
maybe
bad.
6.
You know, since you've been here last, you won the Tony for
I
Long
know,
Day's Journey,
I
and
know.
tonight we're so happy for you. It's a big deal.
It was
big deal.
thrilling.
Yeah.
It was so thrilling.
Oh, my
I can't
gosh.
tell you. It was the best. It was wonderful.
Is there something different about, I guess everything different about working in film or television versus the theater?
Well, yeah, I mean, the theater, you have no safety net. You know, it's just, it is what it, and there's this wonderful kind of, when it's working, this wonderful kind of alchemy between the audience and you. Well, you know, because you're here with people
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, in film or television, you're just by yourself with the camera and you're, you know, I mean, it's, but yet, and, you know, you have to sustain this thing, well, for Long Day's Journey, 4 hours, you know, so
Yeah.
keep them interested.
Can I ask you a question about that? This is 4 hours, 6 days a week.
Yes.
So how do you keep the performance fresh for yourself when it's the end of the week and you've been doing this for 20 hours already this week?
Yeah. Well, the hardest day for us was Saturdays because we had 2 shows.
Right. Oh
So,
my God.
you know, you'd come down and then you'd have like an hour and then you'd be back up on stage and starting over. It was a bit like Groundhog's Day. You know?
Right.
It was
Right,
like
yeah.
that thing of, but when you have a play as powerful and as beautiful as Long Day's Journey, you never reach the bottom of it.
Right.
You know, it's just, it just keeps revealing itself.
We were mentioning all of your awards in your intro. The only thing you seem to be missing is a Grammy. Now,
Yeah.
do you sing? Will there be a Grammy in your future?
Jessica Lange sings the hits.
My greatest hits. What can
Your
I
greatest
do?
hits.
Yeah.
You and Gaga? I mean, it can happen.
No, I think, you know, if I were to ever win a Grammy, it would have to be by default for something else. But it won't be for, it will not be for pop single.
Maybe
or
if you
something
write a
like
book and spoken word.
Yeah,
that
maybe
sort of-
spoken word
That's a
would
good
work.
idea. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to work on that. We have to take a commercial break. We're going to find out.
If you've got a book idea, let me know.
Okay, I've got a lot of book ideas. We'll talk about it. We're going to find out how Jessica reacted to recently being kicked in the head on Feud. More with Jessica Lange. Stick around. That's a scene from Feud starring Jessica Lange.
The series is amazing. I've been watching it. The first 2 episodes just came out. The 3rd episode's about to come out. But your performance is incredible. And we were
thank you.
talking a little bit at the break about Joan Crawford and what you know, there were a lot of different accounts of who she was, and she seemed very complicated. But how do you see her, and how do you sympathize with her, and who is she to you?
Well, I mean, I knew nothing about her when I started this. And because I had just finished the play, I didn't have like months of research. So I did like kind of a Joan Crawford immersion therapy. I just like went into this with, I read everything that I could find. I listened to her interviews, I watched her movies, everything. And what I discovered is that her childhood was so traumatic and so dark. She came from such terrible poverty, a mother who didn't want her, you know, no family, abandoned by her father.
Grew up in the foster care system.
Grew up and worked, kind of was farmed out to work in exchange for education, but she was never, she never had time to go to class. So she was waiting on other young girls her age. She entered into like a sexual relationship with her stepfather at a really young age, at about 11.
Oh my God.
And she had just what would be, Dickens would have a hard time writing a childhood like this. I mean, it was I mean, unbearable.
Brutal.
Yes. But somehow she managed to pull herself up, and that to me is what I admire most about her, is she invented this persona of Joan Crawford and became successful, and I don't know if she was ever really happy, but you know, she survived. She was a survivor.
She was a perfectionist.
Yes, but you know, and then looking into a lot of things that had to do with childhood trauma, it explains a lot of her, you know, her kind of obsessive cleanliness and all the things that people kind of faulted her for, made fun of her for over the years. But it's, you know, overcoming what she came from, it was monumental.
The transformation between you and Susan Sarandon as Betty and Joan is kind of incredible, because I think that's really
That's the
them.
original film.
Oh yes, and then there you. I mean, it's really amazing when you see it. It's I don't know who's you're extraordinary, as you are in everything else.
Thank
We
you.
love having you here. Feud, Betty and Joan continues Sundays at 10 p.m. on FX, so make sure you check out Jessica Lange.
Jesse Williams from Grey's Anatomy is coming up next. We'll see you in a few minutes. Back with Dr. Jackson Avery on the hit series Grey's Anatomy. Please welcome the very good-looking and incredible actor, Jesse Williams.
Everybody.
Good morning.
So I don't know if you heard, but Chris Hardwick thinks you're very good looking.
Listen, all I'm saying is I just want to get lost in your eyes for a while, all right? What's the problem?
We've got a very heavy rivalry, but he's kind of my bowling nemesis.
That's what I heard. You
Yeah.
guys, well, I know you're a professional child prodigy bowler.
Yeah, my dad was a professional bowler. Don't worry about it. But we both bowled in the Chris Paul charity tournament together.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's me in the background, right behind Chris Paul. You can see.
Yeah.
I drew me. There I am.
That's the assembly of real bowlers in the background, and that's me, who apparently just discovered what a bowling ball.
You have good form, though.
Whew. I actually, I think to everybody's dismay and amazement, I won
You did.
the whole charity tournament on ESPN, and I'm a horrible bowler.
Wait, how did you win?
I had a good day. I had a good day. And all these guys are, you know, Chris has got the gloves and the outfit and the shoes and the ball, his own personal customized ball.
I'm no fun to go bowling with.
And they're dead serious. He's got the technique, and I just kind of cavemanned it down the lane, and I somehow pulled out a victory.
You and French Montana had like never picked up a ball in his life, and he was bowling. Terrell Owens and I, who bowl all the time, are like, what is going on?
It's ridiculous.
I love listening to this. You're like, you and French Montana were pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean, French.
Gio
says, you know, it's a regular Tuesday.
Sounds like a weird. I had this weird dream. I went bowling with Jesse and
French Montana
and Terrell
Atreyu
Owens
from
was there.
Neverending Story.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, what?
So
Totally
wait,
happened.
but you own a bowling team.
I do, yeah.
So
yeah.
wait, what is going on with bowling? Is there
guys, it's the new American pastime.
It's coming back. It's something everyone can do.
Yeah.
It's fun. The whole family can do it.
Do you own your own shoes?
No, I do not have my own custom bowling shoes. Now I feel badly about that.
No, I'm gonna fix that.
I'm gonna sort that out.
For it. Oh yeah. I have.
He's got all the
my
deals.
own shoes.
Yeah.
I have two balls.
It's like I have my own lane. I have my own lane.
I have two bowling balls. I have two bowling balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. So we gotta go bowling again.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
So you were a high school teacher, is that right?
That's true also, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia.
Yeah, well before I'd ever thought of acting. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm just going to say, my girlfriends here and our daughters go to school together. If you were their teacher, they would get nothing done. They would just be staring at you.
I also looked like I was in high school. I was like 24 years old, 23. I definitely had students who looked older than me with full beards and children.
Yeah, right,
So it was not always easy to kind of handle discipline.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, listen, we have to take a commercial break, but when we find, we're going to come back and find out what's happening on Grey's tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That's a scene from tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight.
That's J-April.
That's right. The ship that is J-April. I think it's called a ship, right, lady?
It's a ship.
Yes. I love that young lady up there just said thank you for looking at me during commercial break.
I just have poor eyesight, and I'm...
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, got it. Yeah, okay. All right.
So you're going to meet your father, yes?
You're welcome. I'm a what?
You're going to meet your father too?
Yeah, so Jackson has spent his entire life, his father abandoned him and his family, but it's a legacy, it's a big medical family, and he's kind of had a huge pressure to fill those shoes that he's never seen. His father abandoned him, and he's on a quest now, it turns out, to find him for the first time.
And Debbie Allen plays your mom.
Debbie Allen is a tremendous force. She's amazing.
So great.
And she plays my mother. She also is a directing producer of our show and a director and runs 20 other businesses, and she's amazing.
So who will play your father?
I would lose my job if I told you.
Come on.
But you'll find out. You'll find out in a few hours. But it's an amazing actor, and I kind of have found in the last couple of weeks, I really like hearing people guess as to who it could be, because people have really wild ideas about, because that person's got to be able to match Debbie Allen's force. You have to envision that they could have formed a union, at least for an hour or so, and me as well. And so we cast somebody who's really amazing. I'm really proud of.
Who do you think it is? Give me a
I
guess.
don't know. Is it Morgan?
Close.
What? What?
What?
Was like
What? What?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Mortgage. I think he said
Yeah.
mortgage.
I think he said mortgage too.
I was just sounding out consonants, hoping that I would get some sort of a thing in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm used to that method.
People do that. Yeah.
I'm really excited. We can't wait.
It's going to be an outstanding show.
Well, make sure you tune in tonight. Grey's Anatomy on ABC. Do not miss it.
Jesse Lange, an amazing man, amazing actor, and also was an educator. That's the medicine ball workout. We're going to try to make it happen and not get hurt. We'll see you in a few minutes.
We're gonna try. I'm I literally am just sitting here flexing.
Stop flexing, Cal.
No, I'm trying to flex too, and now I'm out of breath. She has helped contestants shed hundreds of pounds in The Biggest Loser, and today she's going to put us through one of her toughest workouts. Please welcome Jen Wiederstrom.
Yes. And you said my name right. Good job.
How many times can I mispronounce?
You're like,
That must be the bit. You must all the time. It's like, it's Wiederstrom.
Yeah, I love it though.
You've got this great book too, Diet Right for Your Personality Type.
Exactly.
What is my personality type? I think is an all wine diet.
So we address that in the book. If that sounds like you. No. But listen, you know, when it comes to movements like the workout today, it's for everybody. But when it comes to really getting someone on a program and really owning who they are and sustaining that, it has to go. It's based on the person, the individual. So anyway.
All right.
I need to move these guys. I know you guys are active, but give me a shot to kind of change your life a little bit, okay?
Please, change our lives.
Yeah.
So we are doing work with a medicine ball today.
Okay.
You only need the one, though. See, Chris, I'm the trainer. Put it down.
I don't need that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to start with, actually, I'm going to show Chris, you jump in first, and then Kel, I'm going to have you jump in.
Okay.
So these are all movements, full body, fully athletic, coming forward towards me. And it's going to be like this, like a shot put. You guys watch the Olympics?
Sure.
Okay, so you come here, and I'm going to push. I'm going to let the ball go and release it to you.
Okay.
And it's going to go to here.
Okay, all right.
Right, no, but then you pull back, and you do it back.
You got some
and
art on
Kelly's
that.
going to jump in.
So this
Okay, so like this?
Exactly. So you can push and rotate.
Jeez.
Elbow stays high. But again, this is
I was not
athletic. We're
expecting
creating
that.
power.
Good Lord!
How could you not expect it
Murder
from her?
someone!
But so now we're moving. This is great. You're great for relationship and anger management.
Have you done this with Mark?
Okay. I'm jumping in. Okay.
Please.
Lay on your butt right here on your
Lay
back.
on my
You're going to do the exact same thing.
Okay.
This is the next one.
Wait, let me
Okay.
move my mic.
It's, find the mic.
Yep.
It's a medicine ball ab toss. So you're going to lay down. Kel's going to tap the ball here. She's going to sit up, and she's going to throw it right to you.
Okay.
I love it. This I love. I love already.
Tap and go. So try to throw up as you go.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Use your core.
Okay.
Throw.
Thank you.
Give a little love.
Oh my
Come
gosh.
on. This isn't easy. Full body, active, working our core.
Kelly, I feel so connected to you.
I love it.
Team training. Okay, I'm going to interrupt again. We got to level up. This is too easy.
No, yeah, I'm out of breath.
That's what I want. Okay, on your knees, so you can be just like me. It's going to be like a nice little standing duo. You're going to squeeze your heels together and squeeze your tush, because if you don't squeeze your butt now,
Nobody will squeeze it later.
that's right. Oh, you know this. So you're going to hold on to
I
this ball.
sure am.
Got it? She's going to swing it down to that right hip, and she's going to release it to you again here. Here we go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Be Tom Brady, lead the passer. There we go.
He's got some real...
Squeeze your tush.
I'm
There you go.
squeezing it. I'm squeezing too hard. I think I'm doing
Should we give him
physical
one more?
damage to my
Yeah,
body.
let's give him one more. Okay. So now we've worked our arms, we've worked our core, we're going to work our full body on your feet. I'm going to kind of show you the first one. Chris, I'm going to have you step in right here.
Okay.
This is power training. This is, if you want to look like an athlete, you got to train like one. So I'm going to have you kind of just do this with your hands for me. I'm going to go very low go. You guys are going to be me. You're going to drop here from a deadlift position. Drop, drive. Oh, wait,
sorry.
No, I almost lost your face.
Okay.
Okay, and right like that.
And then,
got it?
And what am I supposed to do?
You're going to be me on that one. So now I'm going to block you. Feet are side by side.
Okay. Like this?
So this works your whole body? This works everything?
Full body, explosive power movement. And go. You got more than that.
Oh,
Come
nice.
on now.
I don't... Okay.
Yes, that's
right.
it. Should we get one more try, guys?
Yeah.
One more
right.
try. Oh,
What's
nice.
supposed to happen? Am I doing it right?
It's perfect. So
Okay.
this is like an Olympic barbell movement that I'm doing with a med ball. Kelly, you are so ready.
So wait, am I...
Here?
My feet are here.
I'm your blocker.
Okay.
Here we go. Nice, but you got more. Come on.
Okay.
Drive. Even
scares
more.
me.
Even more.
It scares me.
Yes. One more.
It scares me. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I know, it just feels like... I don't think there's any way to hurt her, but...
Any ability level. And look what you did, right? You moved well. They're out of breath. They work their full body.
It scares me. It scares me to hit you in the face. I don't want to hit you in the face.
I don't think I did any of that properly. I apologize, but
Listen,
thank you very
I'm going to
much.
tell you, you should definitely get a medicine ball at home because I feel really out of breath.
Yep.
And make sure you pick up Jen's book, Diet Right for Your Personality Type. It's available in bookstores everywhere. So fun.
I got to work on this.
We'll be right back. Stick around.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on live, log on to our website at livekelly.com.
Hi. You know what? The snow does not keep you guys away. You're like, I don't care what storm, what nor'easter.
But it wasn't that bad, though, I thought.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, because my wife came out a couple days early to do a bunch of meetings, and they canceled all the meetings for the storm, and then 2 days later she was like, it's flurrying! Yeah,
right, exactly.
Yeah, so.
Hey, it's Thursday, March 16th, and Chris Hardwick is here today. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you. It's good to see you.
We got to hobnob with each other.
We did.
Out in Hollywood with all the celebrities.
That was so. Yeah, we went to this fancy party for the Oscars, which it's one of those parties where you feel like someone's gonna. I feel like someone's gonna tap me on the shoulder and go, "Pardon me, I believe your invitation was mistaken," and then they lead you out in front of everyone and you're crying.
Every year.
Yeah.
That's my life every year.
But it was so surreal to be there with all of those people.
Famous people.
The most famous people in the world.
Oh, you don't even understand. It's so many famous people that you could flick a nickel. I don't know why I would flick a nickel. Flick a nickel and hit a very famous person in the face.
They're just like Elton John's like, why did Kelly Ripa hit me in the face with a nickel?
Right.
But it is, you see all those people, and I'm still not. I have a strong fanboy energy, so I'm trying to play it cool, but I'm never
no,
cool.
I have so many photos of. Well, they turn out to be selfies, but I'm constantly trying to get celebrities behind me, so I pretend I'm taking a selfie.
Oh, those are called stealthies.
Stealthies, yeah. But not the way I take them. They just wind up being selfies. Like, I have a full collection of pictures of me, my husband Mark, and our friend Bruce Bozzi, and it's the three of us. There are 30 pictures of the three of us, and I'm trying to get Leonardo DiCaprio behind us.
But they must know who you are, though.
I don't know. It's not a gamble I'm willing to take.
Yeah, I don't know. I did the same thing I was at a thing and George Lucas was there in the background. And of course, you know, he's someone whose work I enjoy probably too much.
Yeah.
And he was in the background and I tried to do this and I turned the phone off. Yeah. And I was like, damn it. And he turned around and I ran. But there's a picture of me failing the selfie that I put on Instagram.
Yeah, those are great selfies.
Yeah,
those are the most famous ones.
So you don't have any advice for how to get more comfortable in these types of situations?
No, I was going to ask you, because you seemed comfortable.
That was total lie. Because I never know, like, oh, do you acknowledge that you know who they are? Or
I do. I acknowledge everybody. I'm like, Mary J. Blige, big fan right here.
I try not to do that because I'm just worried they're going to be like, get out of my face. But then you don't want to pretend like you don't know.
I pretend that I know everybody, but only if they're, like, I don't walk over to approach anybody. It's only if we're passing each other. I'll say, oh, it's Jared Leto, an American treasure. I love you. Love your work. Big fan.
I never know if I feel like it's more. I feel like it's worse if I'm like, how do you pronounce that? Elton John? Oh, interesting. You know, like I never know what to say.
I saw you play the piano earlier.
You
should go pro.
You're going places. But I met your husband and we had never met before.